500 million. Then where are we going with Ghana Gas?
Well, basically, it's first of all, it's an honor to be here today, and it's a problem within the energy sector. It's not only Ghana Gas. You see, some previous years you heard about Dumso, and there were problems going on about Yedum Kaniana, Sonia Day. So there's a problem with what we call the cyclical debt in the energy sector. Cyclical debt. It's a cycle.
It goes
it's a cycle.
Okay. Cyclical.
Okay. Thank you. What is happening is that you raw gas from Jubilee Oil for Talo for.
Okay.
Then we also process it and transform it to Volta River Authority. Now Volta Authority for so the ama Gridco for the ama ECG, na ECG for the ama Ghana for. Then we get a complete energy cycle.
Okay.
Right. What is happening is that when we take the gas, the raw gas, and we supply, we supply it to VRA for say ECG for Domuka. Into Munsun to Ghana for consumers in Tia. Into the debt kept on piling, and that is the amount that you're talking about. At the moment, it's almost about $600 million US.
So how are we going to get that money?
Well, we have a good president who has found a way to deal with the situation, and now they are bringing out what we call the energy bond, which is over $1 billion US to clear the debt from there, so that Ghana for so that everybody will be okay.
Then that's a big position we are occupying. To be the PRO of such
I'm not PRO, I'm
communication director.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a big difference.
There's a difference. You know that, don't you?
So you get hurt when people say that Nanado has appointed the PRO, then he can dismiss messengers. Have you heard that?
Oh, Sedo dear, you know, they know where I'm coming from, and obviously they will start using politics
but
about it.
There was a lot of brouhaha on your appointment.
Of course, yes.
Thinking that in the first place it wasn't supposed to come from the presidency, but it should have come from maybe the
previous guy who is my predecessor, Alfred Ogbami, was appointed by President Mahama. Why is it that they are not talking about it? He was appointed by President Mahama.
So the same people who are complaining did the same thing.
Exactly. So what's the point? It's a government institution. The president can fire and hire anybody that he wants. I mean, it's something that is there. The president can appoint about over 2,000 people in an institution if he so wish. So I don't see the reason why. The president sees that maybe I'm competent enough to handle or manage communication in Ghana.
Were you one of those people in NDP who were campaigning for MPP?
Oh, I've always campaigned for the right person to be the president of Ghana. And
I had confidence. Aide to
Nana Akufo, yes. And
did that influence your appointment?
I mean, it's got nothing to do with that, because the president knows what is right.
We're a tough guy.
Tough guys, I say. So basically, Mickey, it's not about anything. It's about we have a good president who knows what he's doing, and at the end of the day, we have never regretted campaigning for Nana Akuffo Addo to become the president of Ghana.
But you were in NDP at the time.
Of course, we wanted a change, and change has come.
Is Nana Akuffo Addo happy about that?
Of course, she is happy.
Wow.
Very, very happy. She's very happy.
That party was won from her own party?
Because she doesn't like corruption. She doesn't like bad leadership. She wants what is best for Ghana. And of course, change has come, and of course, there's a president that at least Ghanaians can sleep easily and think that this is a president who can manage the affairs of this country.
It's alleged that he is not sleeping himself.
No, that is not true. You know why? That issue, I have a problem with it. Because if you're a president and you know what you're doing is right, why would you have a sleepless night? So Akuffo Addo sleeps every day and gets up in the morning and do. Yes, Akuffo
But yes, what's happening to the report from the gas explosions, the one from Circle and this one at Medina?
Basically, you know, there's a lot of misconception about the role of Ghana Gas, you know, in terms of what we do. A lot of people think that we are in charge of the cylinder supply and all that. That is not what we do. What we do is that Ghana Gas, we pick the raw gas, like I said, from the Jubilee oil field. We process them into 4 types of gases. And then we get people who take off-takers who come and take them. One, we do what we call the lean gas, which is the one that we use to power electricity for our consumers to get electricity for Ghana, excuse me. Yes, and then we have what we call the condensate, which is another form of gas that is also used by the mining companies and other big companies for powering their engines to get electricity. And then we have the liquefied petroleum gas, which is the LPG, that is for domestic use. And then we have what we call the pentanes. That one is flared because at the moment we don't have the facility where the president is now thinking of, because we want to use it to build a fertilizer, because it can be used for fertilizer. So the president is helping to build what we call a fertilizer plant that can be used. So we have 4 types of gases, basically. And that is it. When the LPG is produced, we have what we call the off-takers who come and buy them and then supply it to the whole country.
So it means that you don't have any,
at the end of the day, we do
any direct association
processing and distribution.
Okay, so you don't have any direct association with gas stations where they are
Not
sited.
at all.
You don't have any.
It's NPA. It's NPA that regulates. That's what we deal with them in standards, safety standards and stuff like that. Before the gas leaves our gantry point, we make sure that we set the standard and the right measurement for the gas to go out. So
Ghana Gas is just for the
processing and distribution.
Yes. You don't do those ones.
Yes.
Charlie, what happened between you and Captain Smart? I just get that. I read on your Facebook page that you were single. No. Men called in your, but you. I read on your Facebook page that you were single.
Well,
and yes, I update you status.
Well, let's leave that for now.
But tell me, because now if you Ghana Gas, we talk about these things. Because say it's all managing.
No, you asking me a lot of questions.
At the same time, I expect you to give me a lot of explanations at the same time. So let's go.
So basically, I was in Germany with the former First Lady when social media started circulating about this story of a radio presenter advocating for the people to fight corruption, and he's taking people to Yoko and hauling people, and then I mean he who comes with what is it? I don't know how to say it. Yes, I can tell you short.
Now,
so when I heard that Buha and the noise he was making, this guy is not a credible guy to fight for corruption. And obviously, I just made my points by writing on my Facebook, and then the media started talking about it.
He said that because he was giving some cars,
and of course, I mean,
houses,
I don't want.
And 1 point something million. Hey, Charlie, people are chopping that money in Ghana.
Because I dared him to come out. I mean, I was straightforward about that, because I know what I was saying, because I won't come out and make statement. As for me, Owusu Bempah, in Ghanaian politics, I don't come out and make statements I don't know nothing about. So I was just not comfortable. I was a bit not comfortable with him leading such a crusade and telling Ghanaians that he is the one to tell us. And of course, I was not comfortable with the fact that if the president starts, fighting corruption, he would say that he was the one who championed that. And I was a bit not uncomfortable. I was not comfortable at all the way he was going about it, because the president knows what he's doing. You are not the one to tell the president what to do. I mean, the previous administration has been there, and he was supposed to come out. Why didn't he come out at that time? But now that the new leadership has changed, and you're coming out to tell us that, oh, you are fighting for what is it? So obviously I just came.
I laughed my head off when I saw some of the things that you wrote there. Yeah, it was. But even they say Ghana ne own, but sikakes just a man food in and So what's the future like for your own political future, and then Ghana Gas? What should we expect from your own role that you are playing over there?
Well, basically, I'm there to make sure that Ghana Gas move from a different direction. A leadership with Dr. Benasante as the best gas engineer that you can ever think of in the world, being our leader, and then me being the communications boss there, making sure that we re-strategize and take Ghana Gas to a next level, making sure that the vision of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo Addo in terms of the energy and the power sector is being realized through the energy minister, and then make sure that the right thing is done. So basically, Ghana Gas being the power hub of our country's electrical or electricity supply or power supply, will make sure that we do the right thing to make sure that the people of Ghana benefit from Ghana Gas, and then make sure that the right thing is done. Okay. And then also, I mean, I'm a politician. I'm always been.
Yeah, that's
a
what I
politician.
wanted to know.
Yes, and I'll always be
becoming the president.
You
start from minister from communications.
Maybe it's God who make kings. I mean, so you 25 years ago, Barack Obama was just an ordinary lawyer.
Yeah.
And then he was driving a Toyota Cadet or something like that from Charlottetown to New York, and he became the president of the United States. So you never know. Yeah. And it's God who make kings and anoint kings. So I mean, we are doing what we want to make sure that Ghana becomes a better place, and that's what's important. It's about Ghana, me and you, Mickey. You are doing your quota to help make Ghana the best place. Oh, minim kasa. Unim kasa president.
You know when